Welcome to Three Ropes, Four Corners podcast. I'm Jimmy Money with my co-host Bryce. How's everybody doing tonight or today or whatever time you're listening to this show? We are having some technical issues once again.
We're just running a high prestige program over here that's just so far beyond an advance in technology that even the current people at Apple Genius Bar or the Best Buy Genius Bar couldn't figure it out. This is high-tech shit we're running here, so even we're having a little trouble running it. So it was advanced. It's like Kryptonian technology here. We're using crystals.
Have you seen that yet?
Seen what?
Krypton.
No.
I want
sci-fi?
Yeah, I want to see it. I heard good things about it.
I want to check it out, but I don't know. I have to go back and check the Superman lore and see if that suit. I know them giving out that suit in the Man of Steel movie, like passing it down type deal with the symbol on it, whatever. But I don't know, if he's always been wearing the same spandex space suit throughout generation or their family generation. Because I don't know if the trailer. I thought I saw a trailer of him wearing a red and blue Superman basic suit, just like he wore on Earth, and I was like, wait a minute.
You're thinking too hard into this.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I'm still a DC fanboy, so I want to watch it at some point. Hopefully, when they do hopefully there's a mid-season break and they do a marathon sometime.
Right.
I don't know, because I don't know how many episodes they might have showed. I still got to catch it. I got recorded, but I still got to watch the latest. How many Westworlds are there? I've watched the first two I know of.
I think there's 4 now.
So I left off whenever Homegirl was actually there was Dolores on Westworld. I left off whenever she was about to get attacked by a Japanese samurai.
Okay.
So I don't know what episode that was, but that's the last one I watched. I got them all recorded though.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching that. I think I watched the season finale of
Silicon Valley. I have to watch that.
It might be the series finale, how it ended.
I think they're going to go for a couple more seasons.
I hadn't watched Gotham. Gotham's out tonight. Other than that, dude, I've been playing the shit out of Destiny, ranked Crucible.
Yeah, no.
Aging and shit on that.
Been having good and bad times on there.
Yep.
Got yourself a DDoS.
Yep.
Because you got haters out there.
Haters want to win.
Yeah. Pussy's too good to learn how to play right.
Right.
It's
a video game, man. Why you have to cheat, man? Just enjoy the damn game. You get your ass handed to you, get your ass handed to. If I get my ass handed to, let me rage.
Let you rage.
Damn right.
It's just what I say. It's just a video game. I don't ever rage, but you want to sit there and just.
I'm cussing out the TV, cussing out the people that can't even hear me that I'm playing with. Kicking babies and punching puppies.
Yeah. That reminds me of the time I got my first number 1 on PUBG. Some dude just he never had a number 1 win.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And he never had a win. And that fool, sent me all kinds of hate messages, and I was like, man, you're just mad you lost. You got to the second for your first time in your career, first time in that career, but first time you're playing this whole time. You just lost. So I just blew it off, blocked his ass, reported him. Just because I want to be a dick. I don't hate report people, but if you're going to be a dick about shit, But, yeah, I've been playing the hell out of Tournament, Tides of Numenera, Numenera.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is so text-based, but I have never loved the game so much. I don't know if I've talked about this before, that I've fallen asleep so much during playing.
Dude, the reason you're falling asleep while playing is because you've been working like a Hebrew slave.
Yeah, probably. But, and then again, there's some adventures you go on there where it's you remember the old school games where like I'm talking about the really old school games. This may be actually a little bit before our time, but I remember playing a couple of them where it would be like you're going through the woods, you come to a fork in the road, and then you'd have to like type in turn left or turn right, and then it would be like text based, and you go there and be like yada yada. There's big chunks of like times where you go through like a memory or whatever, or you go through some what they call hemisphere or some whatever it is, some kind of sphere thing where you go through these memories and you go through these realities or whatever it is. And it's all based through that. So you're just sitting there like doing these attacks by like just reading. you're trying to like there's a bunch of there's a dragon over there. So it's like attempt to kill it with the stick you found. Like can I try to sneak past it? Scroll. No, you hit something else that's like a 20 pages like roasting of why you're dumb and you shouldn't have done that, and then how the dragon just ate your ass alive. And you're like, oh god, and then it's like, alright, try it again. And you got like, I gotta read another 40 pages guaranteed, so you just kind of start to fall asleep. But it is so fucking good.
Reading
it's weird.
Is fundamental. Oh yeah, also I've been listening to audiobooks again from Audible.
Nice.
I
what
really
you been listening to?
Monster Hunter Incorporated. I just finished
Monster Hunter Incorporated.
Yeah. It's a series.
Is that based off the video games?
No. It's actually pretty good. It's a modern day thing, and they take a lot of things from Supernatural and monster type stuff like that and incorporate it in the story. But I just finished the 5th book. Listen to that. I'm on the 6th book. So the 5th book is called Nemesis, and now I'm on Siege.
Wow. When did you start the series?
I started a series a long time ago, about 3 years ago.
Okay. I thought you just started rampaging through the series.
No. I think
like
Siege,
recently.
Siege just came out this past year. Like, there's a lot of books. Like, I have a hard time sitting down to read, so I listen to audiobooks. Like, there's several audiobooks that I'm trying to get into, finish up right now.
There's
Monster Hunter Incorporated. The new I like the Percy Jackson series. They have the Trials of Apollo, and they have the other one. What is it? I like the stuff. I'm trying to think of the other one I just have, but I enjoy this shit. I don't like getting too.
Where's your Hogwarts hat?
Huh?
Where's your Hogwarts hats in your Twilight posters?
That's not that kind of shit, man.
I mean, it's the teen stuff, isn't it? The teen, like what? You know what? Like the only
this
movie...
is more based off Greek mythology and
trust me, I love
Norse mythology. That's what I got into it for.
Yeah, I mean, I get that part. I'm into the Greek mythology too. It is cool. Like, I'm a sucker for all the damn. What's the most recent movie? The style of the movie was like 300, but it was it had the Kraken in it where they summon the Kraken or whatever to eat the dude. It had Hades was the main.
It's a remake of it. I know what you're talking about. Attack of the Titans. No.
Yeah.
Attack of the Titans.
Yeah, Attack of the Titans. But every time one of those movies come out, I'm a sucker to go see it. But then it's like half of them or more or less are like just bleh.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I do love that theme and shit. But the only movie that I've liked that had to do with a lot of teens for whatever reason, and it sucked too. But I like the idea of it or the premise of it was the what was it? The Vampire's Assistant with John C. Reilly.
That's a good movie.
I like the idea of that, but I wish it was more like I wanted to see like a little. I always want darker. So.
Oh yeah, David Wong, the guy who wrote John Dies at the End. He came out with a new book. I think it came out just recently. I read his other book called was it Future Violence and Fancy Suits or something like that, which was actually pretty damn good. Like, I like David Wong. I like John Dies at the End. Don't open this book. It's full of spiders or something like that. And
oh yeah,
I like that.
I'm reading Noam Chomsky, Hopes and Prospects.
See, that's too serious, man. Too serious.
Okay, well, the most recent book that I read that's on the
I like my fantasy.
Oh,
I don't
see,
read. Like the
deal.
thing is, I don't read self-help books. I don't read like the
I
like.
don't
Okay,
self-help books
read. I listen to, but I don't do any that kind of stuff. I don't do a lot of history. I like fantasy and shit. That's what kind I like to listen to. And I'm trying to figure out what's that book. The other book for what's it fucking called?
But
From damn, I can't think of it name. But Larry Carnora, his book series, that's Monster Hunter Incorporated, are really fucking good.
Oh yeah.
You know, it caught me at when the dude at the beginning of the book, it took place in Dallas, which caught my attention, and then he threw his boss out of his office building, and I was like, okay, you got me, you got
Yeah,
me.
that's awesome. I see. Here's the most recent book that I just purchased. That's a high fantasy book that I want to read. It's book 2. I need to get book 1, and it's called book 1's called The Way of Kings. Book 2, is book 1's 1,500 pages, something like that.
Chase Magnus.
1,600.
Sorry, the Chase Magnus
that's
series. Okay, sorry.
But this book here, book 2, is book 2, Stormlight Archive. Wait, where's the end of this book at?
It looks like you're looking at it.
Well, it says at the end. See, I haven't read this book yet because I want to get the first one to read it, but I've heard nothing great things about The Way of Kings. If you look up The Way of Kings, it's like 1,500 pages, and it's going to consider one of the greatest high fantasy books of all time. Epic and everything. But this is the second part of that, called The Words of Radiance, written by Brandon Sanderson.
You know what you
he
could
also
do?
was
You could
tasked
order
with,
it.
Yeah. See, what's crazy, Brandon Sanderson was also tasked with finishing the Wheel of Time series after Robert Jordan died. Robert, I don't know if you ever read the Wheel of Time or heard of that series. It's one of the most influential and highly epic high fantasy ever.
Are we
series
turning into
ever.
a book club?
We might as well. I mean, book club, music club, comic. Well, we ain't read no comic books in like probably years. I gave you some. Have you read any of those yet?
Nope.
I was trying to find all of them. Found them at Half Price Books, and I was like, well, it's got all the Robins in it, and you named one of your kids after one of them, so
That's right.
this can kind of fit in your thing. But let me ask you this. Here's another Robin question. Robin the Witch Hunter. Have you watched that
I haven't
yet?
done it yet.
You know what?
I think I'll get on. I think I'll get on to tomorrow. But
You know
don't
what?
pressure
That's
me.
going to be the everlasting gag for this show. Episode 3004. Robin the Witch Hunter. Nope, I ain't watched it yet. Think I'm gonna get around to it. Well, you son of a bitch. every other
I want
podcast
to
you're
watch
a part of,
it. I want to watch it and not even tell you. Every time you ask me, like, nope, I haven't watched it.
you're gonna go
That
off watch
fucking
the
Robin,
entire
let me
series.
tell you.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go off, watch it, finally get the entire series, watch the entire series, go off and do like a pseudonym name, do a big ass review of it, put it out there, get a lot of views, and like, you ever watch it? Nope. Little do I know, you put a YouTube video, fucking a dichotomy of the whole series, and I'm like, you fucking breakdown bastard. Black
Go ahead.
Black Lagoon. Have you watched any of those?
I watched a little bit. I just could not get into it. It just wasn't
Too
my
bloody?
thing. No, not bloody. I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it. I guess it has to be the mood for me to watch it.
Yeah, I love it. It reminds me of the like I could see an American-made version, which I would hate to see, like a live-action movie though. It's like your normal office guy. He's sitting there. He gets put in some kind of awkward situation, and he gets taken hostage because he has his briefcase by some mercenary group. Ends up becoming part of the mercenary group, loving that lifestyle, and then he goes off, joins the group, and they go bunch of guns and bloody shit. But I mean, really, to me, it's like a one of those type of action adventure type.
Like I don't.
Nerd man goes. Nerdy straight man goes hardcore.
I don't
Or
think
stuff.
anything negative about the show. Like what I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
was
no.
good. I just hadn't hit. Like right
Oh,
now, I'm watching. I think I'm watching Hunter x Hunter. I'm watching.
I want to watch that.
I'm watching Black Clover, and I'm watching My Hero Academia. So I got
Nice.
3 animes that I'm kind of watching. Then Gotham, excuse me, is about to end here soon. So I'm watching that. I'm trying to watch Fairy Tale, but I keep on falling asleep about it.
It's not holding your attention, or is it
It's just, the thing is, it's
a
like
chore to get through?
there's stuff I want to watch on it, but I want to rewatch everything and get caught up on it. And the stuff that I already seen is kind of like I already seen this already, and I'm like I want to get to the new stuff because they have a new season coming out this year. Oh yeah, and Tokyo Ghoul, I'm watching that. I'm letting it build up a little bit more and watching more of that. So, yeah.
I need to get into Tokyo
I
Ghoul.
probably need to do a fucking anime show. I really do, because all I fucking do is I play some video games, watch wrestling, and watch anime.
My anime game has been picking up a little bit more recently. I really need to get into the Tokyo Ghoul series. A lot of people I know have told me about it that likes
Ghoul
it.
is so good.
There's a
if
guy-
you want to watch the new series, the latest series, you got to watch the first one, because this one takes place like 2 or 3 years down the road from the ending of the last series.
I can't remember who
But I'm not going to
suggested.
say any more about that.
That's fine. I can't remember who suggested this. See, I still have one of the whole Blood C or C plus or Blood whatever series complete.
That
I
sounds like
watched
something,
that because
I started
don't have
watching. I started watching Blood C. There's Blood C plus plus, and there's another one. I started to watch that and read the mangas, but I think that's the time when money started getting real tight on me, so I had to kind of it's like either food on my plate or mangas.
anime. Yeah,
So
see,
I was
I had to. I got a whole bunch of anime series still just laying around that are like season 2 complete, which I thought was just a whole season by itself. Then you find out there's like whole others arcs or just under different titles, but are part of the story. You're like, well, that's part 3. You're like, what? How about the other fucking 1 and 2? That's not just this series. And so, but I was gonna say that I was watching a lot of stuff on Berserk, and
Aren't they
They
coming
showed
with a
in
new
the
season
manga.
this year?
Huh?
They should be coming with a new season, right?
I believe so. But I need to go back and start watching Ozil over again. But and I remember, I don't know if have you read any of the mangas? Have you watched the animes?
The Berserk?
Yeah. Have you watched all of it?
I watched the original, and I watched the majority of the new one. I don't know if I finished the new one. And I don't know if I watched the set. There's 3 movies, right? The 3 new movies.
The Golden Arch or whatever, Golden Egg.
I think didn't see the third one. I think I seen the first 2, but I hadn't seen the third one because I just can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a PS4 just to get the Berserk game on there.
Dude,
The-
PS4, God of War 4 is really make me want to get a PS4.
I'm not even into that. I'm a baseball fan of Berserk, but the God of War does look pretty badass compared to the hack and slash that it used to be.
Boy,
But yeah,
Boy.
the Berserk series anyway. I was watching the thing and it made me really uncomfortable. I don't remember it in the original anime, but it shows it in the manga when I watched the reviews of it. And I never read the mangas. I just watched the whole series on the anime. And I didn't just watch it, but that's the only thing I've done with the series. But I think it's his father, Gideon, Gibbons, whatever his name was, sold guts to what was the guy's name? Davidin. Damien. Yeah, y'all fucking know what I'm talking about. Watch anime.
Okay.
But the dude gets raped by this guy. The stepdad sells him this dude for a night, whatever, and he gets raped.
It hinted around the anime series, the original anime series, about that's why he killed him.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying though, it's like just.
I don't think it directly came out and said he raped him, but it was definitely hinted about it.
It implied, but the manga sure made it more obvious, and I was like, just kind of brought back. I was just trying to. I remember watching the animated series, the anime, whatever, whenever I was in the military, and I was like 19. Some dude sat there like, if you want to save your money and not get in trouble doing stupid shit, because all you get drunk and whatever, like here's this anime series, stay out. You know what I'm saying? Like keep yourself busy, doing nerdy shit, which has been my philosophy most of my life. Now, like keep out of trouble, just get busy doing some nerd shit. But watched that and I was like, oh my god. After episode 25, like the first 25 episodes, you think it's just some medieval badass shit, you know what I'm saying? Just these mercs and all that shit, and you're like, this is badass. And then it goes straight to the satanic atheist, like, just these monsters, demons, like...
Yeah. Then it gets just real.
Yeah. And then it gets some real dark fantasy. I was just like, eyes blowing, mind blowing. I was like, that's when it became my shit.
Getting raped.
Yeah, it's like, I loved it so fucking much before that, like, just big reveal, and it just got all fucking weird with the monsters and everything, like, but...
Dude, I loved it when that reveal came around, when I watched the anime, that reveal came around, like, oh, this is not what this is about? Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it like, but have you ever loved something so much and then like you're like, there's no way they can get better, and then it does, and you're just like almost virtually just jizzing your pants, right? Yeah. That's that moment in Berserk, episode 25. If anybody hasn't watched it, episode 25,
original
26.
Series.
Yeah, original series.
Yeah. Well, huh?
I was gonna say I can't really compare any other anime series that has that kind of moment. It's like, yeah, and you know what it reminds me of? It's like the 666 or 36 Mafia song, 666 Clubhouse. How they do the beat change in the middle of it. It's that dark beat, and then it switches over to that almost like the Verb half pipe beat. Like a sample from the.
Listen to it again.
Yeah, I think it's off World Domination or something, part 2 or part 1. But anyway, I know it's Scarecrow who's singing it, Lord Infamous. But I mean not Scarecrow, but Lord Infamous, or maybe that is Scarecrow, Lord Infamous. Isn't that Lord Infamous? Is his name? Scarecrow.
It's the same one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm a little off right now, but yeah. So like it hits that beat, like once it hits that beat, that switch, that change, it's just nut in your pants.
So let's go ahead and get on to our big discussion tonight. Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. We hadn't had a chance to actually watch the other two shows this week.
Not at all.
Let's see. Monday Night Raw starts off with Roman Reigns cutting a promo, interrupted by Kurt Angle because he got screwed out of his match in Money in the Bank. And then he talks about he's going to do what he's going to have to do, and he attacks Jinder Mahal in the back. But that was the opening segment. So what you thought about Roman on this?
Well, I don't ever believe his talking and his facial expressions and him just sitting there like, I know people can't see me, but he's kind of like the sad puppy dog. Like no one's believing it, and he's trying to still be like standing. I don't know. He just has that like defeated.
No one has my back.
Yeah, and it's all. Oh yeah.
It's like the popular kid at school is like, I have no friends.
Come on, everybody, let's go to my house, and it's like, all right.
Right.
And then like the only people that don't show up are the fucking loners, and he like goes back to school. And the loners don't like say what's up as everybody else does, and he's like, everybody hates me. Like,
right.
What? There's like 6 kids that don't like you, and you're like, okay, over dramatic.
Right. But Roman Reigns does have an issue. The world doesn't like him. Some of the people in the back do.
Yeah, the main ones do.
The people that matter.
But you know what? That's interesting because Wrestle Talk, they reported today, and there's two different sources, that Vince McMahon was super upset with the way that Backlash ended because there's people going home early and chanting about the Roman Reigns whatever Samoa Joe match. And this just came out today, supposedly, the information. And then there's reports that he was fine with it, like alternative reports that he was fine with it because it was Sunday, kids had to go to school at Monday. The main event was 11:30. So, like, some reports saying he no-sold it, some reports saying he was livid. But Wrestle Talk said the reporters or the
I bet
sources
he wasn't happy
that
people. I bet he wasn't happy people were leaving early.
And
but at the same time,
all this shit that they were CM Punk and Rusev Day and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. So I mean, I think Roman might have went out there. You know how you said Roman was kind of non-complacent during his that match when Braun was getting the hot tag, when it was Bobby, Roman, and Braun versus Sammy and Kevin and all that.
Right.
So maybe Roman sees the writing on the wall or something like that. Maybe his time is up, or maybe they're gonna have to go major heel with him. But looks like his time is coming. Hopefully, at least out of the main event scene to an end for the time being.
It looks like they're changing it to a feud with Jinder Mahal,
which is a mid card,
which is good.
At best.
He's better off in the mid card. I don't have to see him as much.
Yeah,
but honestly, I think he's a better mid card person than he is the main guy. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with him being mid card. I don't see him the workhorse. I don't see him like the Intercontinental Champion. But I can see him as the guy. It's like you got to beat this guy to make it here.
You know what he can do though, if he can stick around long enough. Since he is way younger than he's younger than Finn Balor, he's younger than AJ, he's younger than Shinsuke, he's younger than all these other people, right? Because he still is like 32. If he can stick around long enough and stay in the mid card and not get over pushed, and they can go back on that and just let him try to get over organically, and he can outlast the other people just off career lengthwise, he may get back to the main event scene naturally and actually with people behind him. Like, you know what? At first, like the Miz. At first, I hated the guy.
Miz was,
and now it's like, hey, fuck yeah, Miz, go boy. Maybe Roman will be like that. Maybe Roman just needs to get pushed and start to discover how to get over on his own without the machine behind him.
Yeah, I agree full-heartedly with that. Like, there's something with Roman right now. It's not great. But, I see him as a great mid-carder, but not the top guy.
No, but he still has a chance to be.
He does. He still has time to improve more.
Yeah.
But there's so many. Roman Reigns was the top guy at one point, but they have so much better talent now than Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns can't reach that top until those people are gone. He can't be the top Finn Balor level. He can't be Seth Rollins level. He can't be Samoa Joe's level. He can't be AJ's level. He can't be Dolph Ziggler's level. Dolph Ziggler's better than Roman Reigns right now.
You know who?
And you know what? Dolph Ziggler's not even saying anything.
You know who else is better to me?
Who?
Right now? That's up to the main roster, Drew McIntyre.
That's what I was about to go, right? Drew McIntyre's better than Roman Reigns right now.
And they're the same age, so Drew McIntyre is still young enough to be the face of the WWE for the next 8 years. Say you go to your 40, that's another 8 years. AJ's calling it quits in a couple years. He's almost 40 now. So
at one point, Drew McIntyre was the guy.
Oh yeah,
he was the guy. He was the guy Vince has. And after seeing what he's doing right now, man, I can see him being back the guy.
Oh yeah, I can see Vince falling all in love with it all over again.
And Roman Reigns is not as good as Braun Strowman.
No. And I would say Braun Strowman is very limited for what he is. But he is but I wouldn't say it's his own limitations. I would say it's what WWE limits him doing because they want him to present him as a
monster.
A monster that can't do more moves, but only needs a few moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want people to watch him after a while, and I don't want to get that like 3 moves of doom, 4 moves of doom, 5 moves of whatever. I don't want to see that with him. That's the only problem. But then again, I don't want to see him be ever sitting there forced to do shit that just looks stupid.
Yeah. But I think Roman Reigns right now, the feud with Jinder Mahal, he's right where he needs to be. Jinder Mahal is not at that level with the rest of these guys.
No, he's not.
You know, these guys that I mentioned, like the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, are fucking, they're not. I wouldn't put them as top guys right now. Kevin Owens can be top guy. Sami Zayn probably would never be a top guy, but they have better charisma, better on a mic, and better wrestlers than Roman Reigns.
You know what? Sami Zayn might never be a top guy, but I think he has a legitimate chance to be a 1 or 2 time world champion.
Oh, I can see it too. Or at least to hold the Intercontinental or U.S.
Yeah. I think he'll end up more like a Dolph Ziggler, Miz, multiple mid-card second-tier titles.
Yeah.
One or 2, maybe more world titles, depending on injury situations, or if he just hits a gimmick, or his gimmick hits a catchphrase or some kind of moment that just carries him over the top, over the moon for a span. Because without Daniel Bryan hitting that yes moment, or that no moment, as great as he is technically, I don't know if he'd actually got the chances in the world title matches that he would have. But
let's go. The next match was actually Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship, right? Seth Rollins went over, but it still was a hell of a match.
Yeah.
It was a damn good match.
Seth Rollins has been on. Last week I talked about Miz having the best match every week of the shows. Seth Rollins is having the best match of the week on Raw every show as well, and he's been as part of those same matches with the Miz in 2 out of the 3 of them.
Yeah,
or maybe even 3 out of 4 of them. I believe. So I mean,
like
Seth Rollins
but also last week Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman was a hell of a match.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Owens can go with anybody, it seems like. I don't think he has a bad match unless he just has a bad opponent.
We really hadn't seen that Kevin Owens for a while. Pretty much halfway through his SmackDown run, he was teamed up with Sami Zayn all the time. You didn't really see a solo Kevin Owens, so you kind of forgot about how good Kevin Owens is by himself. The aggressiveness of him.
Yeah, that's true. But with Kevin Owens, here's the deal too. At least in my perspective, when they brought him up, when he first showed in NXT, he turned on Sammy after he won the title or whatever, right? And he powerbombed after him. But when he first showed up on WWE with the NXT title, he challenged John Cena. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He hit him with the powerbomb. He was aggressive, in-your-face type of heel, not a coward, like he's a prize fighter, yada, yada. He was in your balls. Then you got with Jericho, and they went kind of the cowardly heel.
Right.
And then with Sammy, it's been the kind of annoying heel. Maybe not so much cowardly as much as just super aggressive.
I kind of want to talk about Sammy a little bit later. I want to talk about Sammy.
Yeah, I'm just saying with Kevin Owens, though, it seems like they just kind of... His heel character doesn't know which way to go. Is he a coward? Is he the prize fighting? I'm in your face. I'm not going to run away.
But I don't think Sami Zayn's used to being a heel either.
Oh, no, but Kevin Owens is.
Yeah, so that's why Kevin Owens is taking this so easy. Sami Zayn, I think he's always pretty much been a face.
Yeah, but he's also pretty much had his mask on the entire time, too, though, with El Generico. So
we don't know that. El Generico and Sami Zayn never been in the same place. We don't know that.
Same way you don't know I'm Batman.
Motherfucker, I'm Batman. You're my Robin.
I
That's
think
right.
little Jason might not approve, be kind of disappointed you chose a different Robin over him.
No, he's my Robin in training. He's not Robin yet.
Oh, in case I get caught up by the Joker and the crowbar.
Yep.
Kind of figures. I'd have that game plan too.
But Seth Rollins wins. But later that night, Kevin Owens talks to Kurt Angle and gets another qualifying match for. Let's. Jinder Mahal gets put out. He can't get in his match against. Who did he have a match against? Apollo. No, not Apollo. Jeez. I just drew a blank on the dude's name.
It's in the notes there, buddy.
Bobby Lashley.
Yep.
And there was a big deal. Kevin Owens. I love it. He's like this. Kurt, I'm about to call Stephanie.
Yeah, but it was a triple threat match. It was Kurt, and I was a Kurt. It was Bobby, Kevin Owens, and Elias, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Elias. Sorry.
But you know what's funny? Roman asked for one more chance at the beginning of the match in a promo, and Kevin got 2 in the same night.
3. He had 3.
3.
Yeah. He had 2. 1 last week, 1 this week for Money in the Bank. And then he also got another. He also had an Intercontinental Championship title match. So he had 3 title matches, or contender for titles.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's hilarious, Roman. But then you've noticed Kurt Angle throughout the night was saying what's best for business. Like, you could tell Stephanie was still pushing her thumb into Kurt.
Yeah.
But,
even though that Kurt went over on her in WrestleMania.
Yeah. But, hey, that's still the boss, though, right? Still paying your checks. But what was crazy, too, I don't know if we skipped it or not, but I think it happened in this.
We hadn't went very far, dude.
The B team.
That's what I was actually going to bring up next. Right after, though, I want to talk about real quick the Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax challenging Ronda Rousey. I think Nia Jax is going to go over Ronda Rousey on this one, just so it just kind of shows that Ronda's still green. I hope Ronda doesn't get the title right off the back, because that would kind of dismiss making Nia Jax kind of like this big face, this monster face. There's 2 faces going against each other right now.
But here's the deal too, though, that kind of makes me worried about the Nia Jax not going over, because if you noticed, Ronda said, thanks, I appreciate that, but there's a lot of women who deserve the chance a lot more than me right now.
Uh-huh.
And so Nia said, yeah, but I'm not challenging them, I'm challenging you. So,
Natty?
I mean, no, I'm just thinking that she's going to end up winning Ronda. And my fear would be Ronda wins, because that gets her the out of being, look, I didn't want to just come in and take the title and jump from blah, 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 so she can't have the fans saying that, look, I just came over and won the title, like, out of nowhere. I was just getting shit handed to me. I didn't want the opportunity that she forced it to me, but I'm not going to take over. So, but I would actually hope she takes the loss, like we talked about on the phone at one point, because, like you said, it would get that loss under her belt. She wouldn't have to have that loser.
Right. Because if she loses against Nia, I don't think it would do any harm, since this would be technically her second match. Would it be her second or third match? Right?
Second match. No, she only had the one.
She also had one on Raw against Absolution.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, it'd be her third match. So it wouldn't hurt her to take a loss. But we are talking about WWE, and Ronda is their biggest star. I'm putting quotes up. So it could be. But I hope Ronda would be kind of courteous if, like, no, I don't need this title. Because she'd go over by her fucking name alone. She doesn't need a title to show that she's the best.
Yeah.
Speaking of the best, how about the best team? The B team.
Oh, yes. Those segments were fucking great. I loved it.
I'm liking it. I'm really liking it.
I am too. I'm feeling bad that we're not getting any. Like, speaking of the B team, they're great, and I love them, and I love the whole segment about it. But fast forward to their match with Fandango, I'm kind of sad with Fandango. Fandango and Tyler Breeze, the Fashion Police. We're not getting one of those segments.
Yeah.
But the B team segments are good, so we're still getting a. But I wish the Fandango and then we're still on.
I do like their finisher though, but they're trying to push the B team versus the Eater of Worlds. So.
Oh yeah, and I wonder if that's going to pretty much end up leading to
World,
the. The B team getting broken or woken.
It would be fucking hilarious.
What do you think they'd become when the B team goes to what? The F team? Or the A?
The D team.
The A team.
The D team.
D team.
Deletion team! Delete!
That's perfect. That's actually, look, you should join creative. That's better than what they've been coming out with lately.
Unlike you have in our bulletins, James Money has sex with Hans in a single match. Winner, no one. Viva DQ. I call that a win, but whatever. If you want to call it.
I try to put random stupid shit in and see how much you will just, like, I don't know if you'll ever just be like, yeah, just read it out and be like, wait a minute. But you always, like, you catch it beforehand, you're like, so I'm like, man, damn it.
Because I'm over here, because I'm just staring at this paper and just kind of like, I'm reading over and over again what we're going to talk about next, pretty much.
I need to know if you had the wrong burgundy disease, where you'll read whatever the teleprompter says.
But B team goes over Breezango, which I feel kind of bad for Breezango because they really hadn't been doing shit with them. But
giving your segments.
Yeah. But before that match was the triple threat match, which I just watched the ending of it because No Way Jose and Baron Corbin, I'm just kind of like, no way. The only thing the best part of the match was when hold on. Corey Graves said, No Way Jose looks like a Sprite bottle. That was the best part. The whole match. It's like, No Way Jose looks like a Sprite bottle. I was like, you know what? He does. And I just kind of fast forward through the match. I was like, okay. And then rewind, just kind of catch the ending. I'm like, all right, he won. Bobby Roode won with the glorious DDT on this one. I was like, okay. Because I give no shits about Baron Corbin, really. I really don't give a shit about No Way Jose. And Bobby Roode, I'm sorry. They fucking fucked you, dude. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, I didn't care about this match. I was never a fan of No Way Jose. He's fucking Adam Rose all over again.
You know what they need to do? Is bring back WCW brand, because they have too much talent to get in, that are stuck in mid-card and stuck in the bottom tier of the heavyweight title.
Oh my god. Bring back Disco Inferno, be in charge of being manager of No Way Jose. It'd be great.
Well, okay, what was it? I thought you were about talking about being head of creative for like another brand. I'm like, oh god, have you heard this dude's ideas?
Let's go with the next match. Ember Moon, Natalya, Sasha Banks versus the Riot Squad. 3-3, which is nothing new about this. The good guys win.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could say something special about this match. There was nothing about this match, really.
Nope, I kind of fast forwarded through this match like you did the last one.
Yeah.
So I can't really tell you much about this match. I will tell you what match came next.
The Leader of Worlds versus the Revival.
That came before. Wait, yeah, that was a pretty quick work match too, though.
Yeah, which like these matches, like this mid card kind of matches, were all pretty much like not the mid card, but the mid matches were all kind of telegraphs who you knew who was going to win. You know.
I wonder if anybody can just sign like an NXT only contract. Like, I don't want to move up. Right? Like Revival, maybe like go back. Like, can we just go back down?
Right. They need to do something with Revival. Revival needs to go to fucking SmackDown, and they need to move the Bludgeon Brothers over to Raw.
They need to. Well, I don't know. They already got the
I like the Bludgeon Brothers as a monster group, but honestly, there's no one better than them. There's no one that can beat fucking the Bludgeon Brothers.
You need to move. Yeah, I think you need more athletic tag team on, and another heel tag team that can talk. So I would put the Usos on SmackDown and put the Revival. I would trade Revival for Usos and try to give them
Revival for Usos. I would trade Revival for fucking Bludgeon Brothers. Put them over.
I like the Bludgeons on SmackDown. I like their promo on this last week.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Mickie James, which was a good match. It showed kind of division between Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa Bliss wins with a vicious DDT on this one. So
it was nice.
Yeah. So are they pushing Alexa Bliss to be more solo, or was it just kind of like it just was competitive? Because I didn't really go.
It looked just competitive because they also worked out that beat up Bayley too in certain spots.
Yeah.
Without any kind of second guessing each other, but I don't know. I mean, Alexa Bliss is still, I think, their best female besides their best female character overall, talk wise and performance wise.
She's the best heel they have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On Raw.
On Raw or SmackDown, there's no better heel in any other women.
Heel wise, yeah, that's true. Well, if Charlotte goes heel again, but Charlotte's a face right now.
Yeah,
but
I think Charlotte wasn't a good heel either.
I think Charlotte's better than Alexa Hill was. But we agree to disagree.
Okay. This was a shocking match. This really actually threw me off when watching this match. It was a damn good match, but it really threw me off match. Braun Strowman and Finn Balor versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre.
This is the one I've been waiting to talk about.
Like they cut a promo and they talking about, blah blah blah. It's all light shows and stage finesse. The thing Dolph been going on about for a better part of the year. But the thing is, Dolph and Drew beat Braun and Finn, like two top guys.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I love fucking. I can't get over it enough on Drew McIntyre. He needs to be the next guy. He came out, man. His look, how tall he is. They say Braun is 7 foot, and they say.
No, they don't say. They said Braun's 6'8".
Oh well, I thought they were saying
they
it was
cast
like 7 foot. Whatever they were saying, Braun was. Drew McIntyre is basically the same damn size as Braun.
Right.
Height wise. And but the way he comes out on stage, just that look, he has that Samoa Joe hit the stage game face look. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the ring, when he was yelling, "Are you ready for me?" I didn't really buy that as much. I didn't really care for that part as much. I know he was doing that, but it kind of felt like he wasn't as
you really
charismatic doing that stuff.
You really did get to. You ever wanted to see Braun go against Drew, but you really didn't get to see it that much.
No, they teased it, and then
they kept on teasing it, and there was little bits, little pieces that were like, "Ooh, this could be good." And then it went away.
Yeah, until the end where it showed Drew sacrificed himself. But the best part of the match was whenever Braun knocked Finn down on accident. He's like, "Get up, you're fine." And then they both go.
Funny, yes.
And then they both go, Braun.
Yeah, it was a really good fucking match. But I wish I knew what
hold on. Hold on, we completely forgot during the Elias match with Kevin Owens and wait, we haven't talked about that match. Hasn't happened yet. Never mind.
Yeah, that's next.
Okay, that was a great match too. But anyway, yeah,
It was.
This was a great match.
But yeah, dude, the thing was a shocking finish. But I don't know what they're doing with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Like, are they going to have them singles, or are they just going through the whole card and beat them tag team style?
Well, see, here's the deal: is like, I wasn't shocked by the finish because once I saw it was, whatever Dolph and Drew. I don't think they're going by a tag team name or any kind of group name or anything. But versus Strong, if the only person with the newly formed tag team or a group of Ziggler and McIntyre and how strong they're making them, they weren't going to lose, to me, in my mind. And then you have Finn Balor in the match, who takes losses to Kane randomly, who takes all these random losses. And Braun, Braun's not going to take a pin. So I was like, well, Finn's losing this match for who? I was just waiting to figure out how he did it. But
yeah,
they kept everybody looking strong. It wasn't like Dolph snuck the win in for the group.
No.
So, but it was still a great match.
Now we have in this match. The funny thing is, on this match, I didn't even get to finish. I didn't watch the finisher of it until later. But because it was Bobby Lashley, Elias versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens got told Kurt Angle that he's going into the match because Jinder Mahal got injured by Roman Reigns. So Jinder Mahal couldn't be in the match. So Kevin Owens enters. Oh, we forgot about this segment.
Sami Zayn talking about bringing out Bobby's sisters to the next Raw.
Yeah. I thought that was funny as hell because, I did my little internet detective work, Facebook, invited him over. And then he brought out the doctor's note talking about vertigo. Just like, oh my god, that shit was funny. But the reason I bring this up because I totally forgot about it, but this actually plays into the finish of this match.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it as well.
But Kevin Owens wins with a frog splash on Elias.
Sammy ran out and distracted Bobby at the end, threw him into the ring post and shit.
Yeah.
But the Elias trying to do the concert throughout the match.
That was hilarious. Post,
yeah. It was. Elias and Braun of gold. Like.
Yes, they are. But what do you think about this thing, Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn going at it?
Sami's gonna get crushed at some point. I mean, it might not be the first pay-per-view. Sami might do some kind of heel tactic and get over and go over in the first match or whatever. But at some point, when Bobby gets his comeuppance on Sami's gonna eat a quick loss.
So does this make it kind of seem like Kevin Owens might have more of a chance to win the Money in the Bank, having Sami on his side?
Still.
Yeah.
Well, I would never count him out. But I was looking at everybody that's in the Money in the Bank match so far. It's like Braun didn't win the Elimination Chamber, so Braun can theoretically lose this match too. It's not like Braun's never lost before.
Right.
And multi-man matches he can lose. You got Samoa Joe qualifying next week against Big Cass. Next week. Spoiler alert for the Raw, whatever, SmackDown, whatever. But you got who else is already guaranteed in it? Miz. We talked about the Miz and the Daniel Bryan chase for the chasing the Miz. Mm-hmm. If he gets the title, so I mean, there's so many different variable options that can win it. I don't think you can put any kind of specific favorite on it right now. At least I can't. Because if I was picking a favorite right now from who's in it, just because I like the idea that you brought up with the chase for the Miz so much, that's what I would go with.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good
favorite to win it.
But it could be fun to also see not just Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it would be also nice to see Kevin Owens play one type of heel character for an extended period of time without having to switch until he's different.
Honestly, you know what I want to see Kevin Owens do? Brock Lesnar's laid out after winning the match against Roman Reigns for the third time, right? Kevin Owens comes out with the Money in the Bank. cashes
Lies on
in
him.
and beats and pins Brock Lesnar. And he's like, I beat the beast. I beat the dead man. I'm the man.
Then get out of the ring. You know what would be funny? Is he does that, gets the belt, rolls out of the ring instantly, runs around, doesn't even stay in the ring, gets the belt and just runs on top of the ramp and then starts dancing from a distance.
Right?
Silly.
It would be so great. It'd be so great.
And then-
so many people would be so pissed off because there's quite a bit of people who don't like Kevin Owens because he's fat. So I'd be
Yeah.
like, that'd be great.
Yeah, and you know what'd be even funnier is if whenever like he's at the top of the ramp doing his little I beat the beast, whatever, as soon as Brock sits up, Kevin just books it and he leaves. He doesn't even like wait for Brock to stand and chase him. He just Brock sits up, Kevin's gone.
Right.
It's like he's not even waiting. That would be hilarious. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And there
that
won't
was
be
it.
there won't be a rematch because hopefully Brock will be out the door.
Yeah, because I think his contract's up until what?
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Possibly. We don't know actually for sure, but that's the rumor.
You know what? I bet Vince is like, damn it, I should have just fucking let Roman win it because he changed the match at the end, like during the match, the outcome. Now he has to pay Brock all this money to stick around till SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And the crowd actually was wanting Roman to win it because they were tired of Brock having it. So when Brock won, they were all shocked.
Dude, we were
like,
just kind of it's not that we want Roman to be a champion. It's kind
we
of
just
we're
wanted
done.
Brock gone already.
Yeah, we're kind of done with the Brock thing. We
Yeah.
want a champion who's
So-
there. We don't want a champion who's not there.
Yeah, even if we hate the guy and we think you're pushing the wrong guy, at least give us the title on TV.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Um,
but yeah.
Let's go ahead and go to SmackDown. Opening was the interview. Okay, let's go to break.
All right, man. Wait. I have to get my.
Welcome back. Hey everybody, what's going on? We're going back to SmackDown Live.
The A show.
Or the C show, whatever you want to call it.
The C show.
Yep. I see you over there. That was stretching it. So we start off with Renee Young interviewing Daniel Bryant. What do you thought about this interview?
It was pretty good. He does his better promos whenever he's motivated and like energized and impassioned. So it was a better interview from Daniel Bryant.
Yeah, but then we have Big Cass comes out.
His talking just sucks.
Dude, he's on the level of Roman Reigns, okay?
Yeah. His emotion is not there.
Yeah. I'm a big guy. I'm 7 foot tall. You can't teach that. Nope.
Tried with Baron Corbin, tried with Big Cass.
Oh, God. You can't teach that.
They have the only one they got is Braun.
I'm from New York. You can't teach that. We beat up little guys in New York.
Yeah. We beat up old guys, middle guys,
We beat up
little
all.
guys. Yeah.
Then he
Blind guys.
gets his ass kicked by by Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Pretty much. And he goes hobbling back up the ring.
Yeah. I was happy to see this. I was like, you got it, bitch. All right.
Yeah.
Daniel.
And there's some rumors that he has some major heat backstage because all he was supposed to do was just the big boot to the little guy. But then when he beat him up and threw him outside the ring or whatever, like he wasn't supposed to do that, and he tried to get approval for it, and they said no, but he did it anyway. So supposedly he's supposed to have some major heat for that.
Why? I thought you should be like,
That's
let
what I'm
him
saying,
do
but
what he wants to do, man. Don't
Yeah.
fucking punish for somebody going a little off script. It made for better television.
Yeah, and they wanted it. And Vince wants people to go off the limb, and go out there and try to get over.
Grab the bull by the horns.
Yeah, but when they do that, they get punished. But I understand because getting mad because if you a little person falling from any kind of like height that's not, you know what I'm saying?
Don't be
It's
saying
dangerous. It's dangerous for a little person to fall from any height. Any little person will tell you that. Like it is dangerous for them to fall. So if you're gonna be throwing them outside the ring and shit, that might be.
If you're a little person, please reply back and say Bryce is an asshole. Say, motherfucker, I get tossed.
Yeah, but I'm good at getting tossed on.
It doesn't matter. They're still getting tossed.
Okay. Nah.
We got New Day, Xavier Woods, and Big E versus The Bar for the Money in the Bank qualifying match. The winner of this match can choose one of their own team members to be in the Money in the Bank championship match or Money in the Bank briefcase match.
Yep.
New Day goes over. I am loving watching Xavier Woods shine lately. He's really impressive lately, and he's always been good. He's always been good.
I don't know, but you think he's going to be the one that gets the Money in the Bank ladder match?
I think he should. Honestly, he should, but it's whoever. Either one of these guys would be nice to watch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You think if he ever goes solo, he'll go as Apollo Crews? Since they TNA's already said their old four wrestlers can go by their old names now.
No, he's too known now as Xavier Woods.
That's true. That's true.
But overall, the match was actually a solid match.
Oh.
I like the ending. I like Xavier Woods jumping off the top rope, like on the side of top rope, and doing the elbow drop.
That was nice. Not to go back to Daniel Bryan, but it just kind of popped up, kind of like how we went back on the Sami Zayn thing. But Bullet Club's All In pay-per-view, it sold out to 10,000 seats, and they had a press conference, and they had revealed that if Daniel Bryan, since pay-per-view was scheduled for after Daniel Bryan's contract to be up, which he still hasn't re-signed a contract, but they're pretty sure that he's going to re-sign now that he's been reactivated as an active wrestler. But the Young Bucks came out and said at the pay-per-view conference that Daniel Bryan was going to be at the All In pay-per-view show. And the other rumor, like, who was he supposed to fight? They asked, and they can't say, but the rumor is it's supposed to be Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk at All In.
There was no way hell they would say that'd be breaching contract for that.
No, but Daniel Bryan, they can, because you can, if you don't sign your contract or whatever, you can negotiate dates after your contract is up. You can't negotiate dates like to agree to work, because right now they're talking about supposedly Daniel Bryan going, if he doesn't resign, going to work for New Japan or Ring of Honor and CMLL. That's the rumors.
He signed with WWE. There's no.
He's gonna be. I know, but that's why the Young Bucks came out and said that he was supposed to be. He was going to be part of All In, and if WWE didn't reactivate him before his contract was up, once they reactivated him, they're pretty sure he's going to resign with WWE.
Yeah.
So they came out and they can say like, yeah, now we can talk that Daniel Bryan was going to be part of it because he's wrestling again, but now that for WWE, but if they didn't reinstate him, he was going to leave. So like he said, you know what I'm saying?
But
everybody knows if they didn't reinstate him, he was.
They
gonna
already
leave
did say though, CM Punk will be there.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. If CM Punk doesn't matter, drink hitting the mic. But if CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan, imagine if that was Daniel Bryan's first match. If Daniel Bryan waited to have his first match, if he didn't re-sign with WWE, and he showed up at All In, and CM Punk shows up at All In out of nowhere. Because it was already going to be sold out no matter what.
Those motherfuckers better get paid the majority of the fucking money.
You know they're probably going to ask for it, or not Daniel Bryan, but CM Punk's probably going to ask for it. He got paid how much to get whooped in like 13 seconds, or a minute and 13 seconds.
It was the second round.
CM Punk?
Yeah.
He got beat in the first round.
I thought it was
In
second
UFC,
round.
Mickey
that
Gall
double-
whooped him in the first round. It was like 13 seconds.
No, it
Or
was longer than that.
13.
It wasn't a bad. He got choked out, but it wasn't like a quick match. It wasn't at all. I watched
Well,
it.
I did too. Like, Punk charged in for some reason. Gall took him to the ground, and that was the end of it.
Let's see. Yeah, he was fighting for a little bit, but yeah, he just wasn't ready for the submission game. But the Bar, the New Day versus the Bar, Money in the Bank. Who you think might go in the Money in the Bank?
I really don't have a neither one of them are going to win it, so it doesn't really matter. It's like, but who's going to get the most shine out of it?
Mm-hmm.
If Xavier Woods has been getting the most singles match, he got the 2 single matches. If you're trying to get him the most shine, the most spotlight, the most right now, I'd probably say Xavier Woods, just because he has the least amount of in-ring time on WWE TV compared to the other 2 guys. I'd get him that, since you've been using him on the TV for the last 2 weeks anyway.
So we see Andre Almas versus Jake, whoever the fuck.
Yeah.
Jobber.
Yeah.
Almost goes over. Selena comes out, gives a little promo after the match, saying this whole division's on lockdown or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. She cut the Samoa Joe promo from a female's perspective for Andrade, basically. But she is a very good talker, and she is one of my favorite in-ring performers as a female. So, but I like her promos. I know they were going to put him against a jobber. You can only do it. It's what happens with all the big guys when they come up. New guys.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have anybody. I don't think SmackDown has anybody that can really just eat losses like that right now.
Mm-hmm. No, not. They probably do. But
off top of my head, Big Cass, kind of, because they don't have. He's not going to go nowhere. So he's going to be the next Baron Corbin of SmackDown.
I'm 7 foot tall. You can't think that.
10 foot tall and I eat losses like the best of them.
I'm Baron Corbin. Yeah. I like to beat up people. Hey, I'm Big Cass. I'm Baron Corbin.
Just start making out.
You're 7 foot tall. I'm a lone wolf. I'm looking hungry. I'm 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
Where's my oil? I got your oil right here. Why does Barry Corbin sound like Sling Blade? I don't know.
Yeah, I like it. Like, if he just pretty much is like, do you have any elves I can carry?
I don't know. What are you talking about? I had a doctrines. I could have, but I want to be a wrestler. SAWFD. Soft. I'm getting too carried away with this.
Yeah. It's pretty much going nowhere. I'm just sitting there like, I can't play off you, sir.
You can do Baron Corbin, and I do Big Cass.
You're doing both of them.
You start doing Big...
Jerk.
Sorry.
Just playing.
I take all of it. Because I'm 7 foot tall.
Did you hear Enzo got cleared officially and sent out his letter?
Cleared by what?
The police for doing any wrongdoing in that rape case.
I thought he was cleared a long time ago.
Well, I guess he's now officially sending out letters and all that bullshit or whatever, because it's just back in the news.
He's going to get
the last
paid.
2 days ago.
Whoop, whoop. Get paid, motherfucker. Get paid.
From
WWE is getting fucked.
Think so?
Dude, he had a ruffle of termination. They called that motherfucker a rapist. That's the reason they let him go for him in the main line.
Yeah, but they also said the main reason they let him go was the fact that he didn't inform them of the investigation.
They sided with with the person, the accuser. They they pretty much called him a rapist, hands down.
Okay,
that's slandered.
Okay,
they ruined his career and his life by doing what they did.
Okay, but they also said they fired him because he did not inform them of the investigation.
Because
he just kept it to
there was
himself.
not anything there. Why form something that shouldn't? There was nothing there.
Because you still have it's a publicly traded company with
but that's still
main
a public.
audience
That's
is
a
bunch
public
of
company.
kids.
Company saying you are a rapist. We're letting you go. Goodbye. We don't want to have any ties to that because you're accused of being a rapist, and being accused is good enough of being one.
No, I think it was. I don't think it was that cut and dry. I think it was more of that was a final straw that broke the camel's back with Enzo with all his
with all the
issues,
other issues. Yes, there was other reasons they could have let him go.
But I think
they
the main thing
chose to die on their hill was wrong, and
I agree completely with the wrongful termination fact, but I don't see it as terminated him for being accused. I see it as them terminated him before not informing them of the investigation and keeping it to himself. Whenever it's such a big company and you were the cruiserweight champion, so you were someone that they put a belt on. It's almost like the Rich Swann situation, but Rich Swann,
there was evidence actually.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying so.
But there was no evidence of this girl though.
Yes, so I'm saying, but that's not something he could hide. It's not something he can hide from them. That was straight up. Here it is what it was. So he had no, you know what I'm saying? You can fire him straight out, and it'd be for that exact reason. They fired him, Enzo, for not telling him. Like, imagine if guilty or not. Imagine if you were being accused of being a serial killer, and for whatever reason, or something, just some rapist is pretty major. Just you're being accused of being a rapist too, right? Or whatever it is.
Honestly, let's move on from this. This is something we don't really need to get into. Sorry, this is just a subject for something else. Let's just try to keep it friendly. We went in too far into this already. I just kind of was thinking about this, but he got cleared. Good for him.
Yeah,
let's
say good for him.
Let's see. The SmackDown Women's Championship match for Money in Bank was announced with Asuka being the challenger. You think Asuka's going to win this?
She better, just because I'm tired of a Carmella already. All Mela has is a bunch of celebrations. That's the only thing she's got going. And she's doing.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with Asuka getting it. Let the towel go around a little bit.
Move around from person to person.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind Asuka having it. I wouldn't mind Becky Lynch having it again. You know, I don't see a problem with it going around a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't like titles moving hands too much because it just kind of cheapens the reign in the title. But I think I would love to see Becky or Asuka pick it up, but I don't want to see anybody lose to Carmella.
Except for Charlotte.
That was so bad. I hated Charlotte losing to her. So bad.
So we have... this was a fairly good match, though. The next thing up was Becky Lynch, Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. You kind of started seeing a little breakup of the Absolution, which Paige been trying to break this group up for a little bit now.
Yeah.
What do you think? My question is, all right, what do you think about Paige breaking up a group that she started? Yeah, she started a group, but trying to actually manipulate them to break up. Like even said Absolution's dead to these group, right?
Yeah. All she has to do is say, look, or all the girls have to do, either fucking one of them. It's not rocket science. Like, just You know how the Miztourage changed their name to the B Team?
Right.
Like Absolution changes their name to fuck all, whatever they want to name it. I guess that's the same thing. Just change your fucking name.
But what?
You're no longer Page's fucking worshippers or butt lickers. Just go to fucking do something else. Call yourselves the Killer Queens or whatever.
No.
And come out the fucking Queen or some shit. I don't know. The Killer Queens. Yeah, and come out the fucking Queen. It doesn't matter.
Why she's putting such a forth the effort to break up this group? Why don't she break up the other group, the Iconics, which I cannot fucking stand right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't get the appeal to them because they both look fucking ugly as hell to me.
Yeah, they're not the well. I've seen worse. JB Noble's old girl. I forgot what her name was. But yeah, I don't get what's getting them over right now either. The whole we're two as one thing. I get that kind of part because they did it with the Miz and Sandow with the stunt double thing, but not to that extent. They're doing it with the Iconics.
Mm-hmm.
But it's whatever it is. It's like Carmella. It's gonna burn and fade out pretty quick. Kind of like it's just a fad. We'll get through it. That's pretty much all I have to say to myself.
Yeah.
Is like the days when there's bad shit in wrestling. I always remember like this: the days are long, the years are short. We'll get through it.
We're still with Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I should say the Raws are long, the years are short. I mean, the Raw. We'll get through it. But,
man, you know what the old saying goes? Sorry. The devil you don't know is worse than the devil you know. Man, we thought we had it bad with Cena. Now we got Reigns. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like the devil you know is worse than the devil you don't know. The devil you know is worse than the devil you don't know. Yeah. No, Cena was terrible. Cena was worse. I think Cena was worse. I think because I don't know. Well, at the beginning of Cena with Thugonomics, there's people behind him. And when Paul Heyman was in charge of SmackDown, when he was part of great storylines, and he would eat losses for the storyline factor, and Paul knew how to get people over organically. Yeah, he was good. But, like, after he became Never Give Up, all that shit, positive, like, I don't know. And he buried Umaga. He buried so many people. He buried Nexus whenever Chris Jericho and Edge went to Vince and saying Nexus needed to go over, and fucking Cena got DDT'd on concrete and then got up 2 seconds later and gave someone like an AA.
Yeah.
So no, Cena was way worse. Cena yeah, fuck Cena, as far as that goes. On a personal note, Cena, if you ever listen to this, I doubt you do, but what if, for whatever reason, you can never claim hustle, loyalty, respect when, first off, you cheated on your first wife, and then you broke up with Nikki Bella before y'all got married, supposedly. Now they're back again, supposedly, according to some website, so I don't know what the fuck is. Where's your loyalty, sir?
With his dick.
His loyalty ends whenever he exits the ring. It's all kayfabe to him.
Well, Becky Lynch, I think I already said Becky Lynch won against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, which they kind of started to split with that, which we don't know for sure because they didn't do anything afterwards, but I think that's where they're leading to. Then we have AJ Styles versus Nakamura. The winner decides the outcome for their match. I really liked watching Sasuke doing lots of classic kill shit.
Oh, yeah. It was a badass match.
Especially the finisher.
Oh, yeah.
He looked like he got punched in the face and referee turned around. He went for, like, got low blowed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no. And Nakamura's like, bam! Shaskaska! Bam! 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. Shinsuke, his
had
new
they
thing,
stated what the
Not yet.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be on SmackDown when they announce it because I was looking for that because I was like waiting for it, but they'll do that next week more than likely.
What do you think? What do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. I was thinking of like trying to
Violin on the pole match.
pull. I like AJ's pole on a pole match. Yeah.
A pole on a pole.
Oh yeah.
Is Vince Russo back there?
Probably. Man.
Vince heard that. He's like, "Where the fuck is Russo?"
Every time I think of like a Japanese famous like stipulation match, it always comes down to Japanese death match, and I'm like,
Right.
I doubt that's gonna be it.
Exploding
I doubt you're gonna
thumbtacks match.
Explosive C4, fucking turnbuckles, fucking barbed wire ropes, thumbtack floors, fucking light post corners, light bulb posts and shit. Like you're gonna no, fuck that. But I mean, I don't know what it would a cage match, Hell in a Cell, handicap match. Well, I don't know. Like not a handicap, but like I don't see. It's like I'd have to go back and try to like look through shit. I have to research. I don't know if there's like a place I can go that says Shinsuke's all-time matches, what pay-per-view matches he's got, or what kind of stipulation matches he's got most.
I don't know.
So, Singapore Kane on a pole match.
Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury on a pole match.
Oh, that'd be morbid. Just dead bodies floating, hanging on like you're lynching Freddie Mercury. You know what? That'd be terrible because one, you'd have a black guy hung on a pole, and then you'd have a dead gay guy hung on a pole. And he was actually from like
you know
Pakistan
what?
or something.
You know what?
Or some foreign
WWE
country.
is not the most politically correct thing, you know.
No, especially after Katie Vick. You'd fit right in. Oh, God.
Papa Shango.
Papa Shango, yeah. His dance was so damn racist.
Oh, God.
I was like, wow. Wait, no, not Papa Shango. Who was the other guy? The real fat guy. Papa Shango was actually... No, was Papa Shango... Was that the Godfather?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the real fat Buddha guy from back in the day?
Kamala?
Yeah, Kamala. His dance was kind of just...
But, also, Nakamura wins that match, so we'll see what the stipulation is. Next week, though, they, to celebrate Rusev Day, is going to be, Lana's having her match for Money in the Bank. You think Lana's going to win it?
No.
You think Rusev's going to come out? You think Aiden English might help?
No, I think Aiden English is probably going to be the reason she loses because I got a feeling they want to break up Rusev Day because
it's over.
Yeah, and they don't view, from what I've heard, they don't view Rusev as a top guy, as being a top guy with Aiden English at his side. They see him being the top mid-card guy, but they see him as being a top guy potentially with Lana at his side. But I don't think they're aware that once they take Aiden out of the picture, Rusev Day is not going to be the same. It's not going to be Lana. You just can't plug Lana in Aiden's spot and have her try to come out there and unless she can really sing and do some kind of like. I'm not the biggest fan of Aiden's freestyle rap crap. I think that sucks.
But I think the group is meant to be together. I don't mind adding Lana to it.
No, I prefer them keeping Aiden, and if you can add Lana to it, even better. Imagine if you had Aiden and Lana, not Aiden, but Rusev and Lana, female champion, world champion.
Right.
And Aiden is like, that'd be great.
And
I'm
Aiden
all
as
for it.
a squire.
Yeah, but I'm just kind of down on what I read and the reason why I read it. So I'm down on those ideas. Not with them. I'm disappointed in those ideas. If that's the reason they're going to break it up, if they do. Hopefully they don't. I love Rusev Day. I like Aiden doing his thing, getting shine since he got stuck with that Simon Gotch who had all his problems. It's like at least he's found some way to keep his career.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this week. Again, we'll be back next week. You know, the same YouTube, the same everything as it was last week. So, Scattermine CST. This is at 3 corners, 4 ropes. At 4 corners. God damn it. It's so late.
Ropes 4 Corners podcast.
3 Ropes 4 Corners podcast. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Thanks for all the fish.